Hello, and welcome back to the Four Horsemen. My name is Paul, representing Diecast Graveyard. A little earlier this month, our friend Jeff from 164 Revival contacted us and said that he could no longer participate in the Four Horsemen as things in life happened to be getting in the way. Well, as disappointed as we were to hear that, we would like to wish our friend Jeff well, and anytime he wants back into the Four Horsemen, he is more than welcome. So, whatever videos he posts or whatever goes on, let's wish him the best and continue on from there. But at this point, with that being said, I'd like to introduce Brian from Diecast Outcast as the newest member of the Four Horsemen. Brian brings an incredible resume of skills when it comes to the diecast hobby, and I would like to welcome him as the newest member of the Four Horsemen. Now let's go ahead and get started with today's build. Today we have a Roger Dodger. Now myself, along with Keith from Outlaw Speed Shop, Brian from Diecast Outcast, and Xavier from Diecast Show Customs, we make up the Four Horsemen. Well, today's theme is 70's Street Machine. So, your vision, if you had this car and it was back in the 1970s, how would you want it to look? And that's the mystique of today's build today. Now, if you're participating in this build and you have a car that you want to have shown on the Four Horsemen Diecast page, then at the end of the video there will be some instructions for you to send me a glamour shot of this car. Now if you happen to have your glamour shots, make it a nice display picture, not like at a weird angle and up from above and stuff like that. People want to see your car, okay? And if you do all these weird angles and stuff, it's awful hard for me to edit it to make it look good. So send them to me, send me a nice clean picture, and if you happen to have a logo, if I don't have it already, then go ahead and send me the logo too, because I want people to know who made this car, and if you have a video, they can get to your channel to watch your videos also. And that's the whole purpose of participating in these builds. One, to have fun and show people your work, and two, if you have a YouTube page, this is a perfect opportunity to promote it, to get people to come to your page and watch your builds. So send me a really good picture. If you got a logo, send me a logo. And you know, for those folks who don't have a YouTube page, let people see who made these wonderful cars. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So let's go ahead and continue on with today's build. And I'm going to show you my vision of what this car is supposed to look like. Now, in the comments, there will be links to the other Four Horsemen Diecast pages, so you can go check those folks out too and see what their builds are. But in a few days after this video is posted, we'll have a real nice recap video for everybody that participated in today's build. So go ahead and grab your favorite adult beverage and let's get started. Let's go ahead and get the car apart. I've drilled out the post. Here's the body. Now, I'm not crazy about that big engine that sticks out of the top. It kind of looks a little bit oversized. Here's the base. Now, this is one of those ID cars that have got the little sensor chip inside there. I'm not really concerned about that. Windshield looks fantastic. Now here's the interior. I plan on replacing the engine with something really cool. Let's go ahead and get this in the embalming fluid. We'll get the paint all stripped off. Now what's really cool about this car is underneath this paint, they kind of chrome plated it. So I don't know if you want to call it chrome plate or Zamak or whatever, but if you paint Spectre Flame over the top of this, once you get the tampos and stuff off, this is going to look pretty darn awesome. Let's look at the wheels. Let's go ahead and pop these bad boys out of there. I want to take the screwdriver here and pry apart the little contacts that are holding the wheels in place, which I already did. Now I want to spread these contacts apart, or these little clips, so you can get the new wheels in there. And of course, I'm using wheels from 70's Wheels. And these things look absolutely stunning. Check out www.samedwheels.com for all their latest wheels that they have. This is a brand new website, folks, so you can go ahead and it will make purchasing that much easier. There was a little bit of extra axle on this, so we're going to go ahead and trim this out. I'll snip it off and then I'll take the fence pliers and pinch the end, and that will prevent the wheel from coming off. This will make your wheels fit that much better. Excellent. Now you can file off that rough edge if you want to, but it's not necessary. That fits absolutely perfect. These wheels are going to look great. Let's go ahead and move on. Alright, we got the base now. Here with the interior, and it's got the little retainers for the wheels. So we're usually, with this case here, I wouldn't go ahead and super glue the wheels in, but I'm going to probably remove the entire engine in that area, and I'll need to at least super glue the wheels in the front, but I'll probably just do both of them just to be safe. Alright, now I've been using a couple different kinds of super glue, Loctite, and I've been using this Gorilla super glue, of course the gel kind. And I've been tending lately to have a lot better luck with the Gorilla brand. Now that's just an observation. Leave it up to your own demise to whatever you want to use. But like I said, I've been using the Loctite because I could get it cheaply at the dollar store and like that. But I started using the Gorilla Glue, and it just, for me, it gives better results. So check it out yourself and leave a comment in there if you have a preference over one or the other. And I will definitely make note of it when I go to make my next video. Got to straighten out the tire there. It's off the rim just a little bit, but that'll look good. These wheels are going to look fantastic on this car. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and cut out the engine. Now initially, I wanted to keep the base so the front wheels would stay in place, and I just cut off the top of the engine. Later on, I went ahead and I removed the entire front end in front of the exhaust pipes, and that was just easier for me so I could put my other engine that I plan on using in the car. Let's go ahead and continue on. We got the body out of the citrus strip. Now I'm going to use this new paint from Second Chance Redlines. It's called Retro Flame. I'm going to use aqua, then I'm going to do a fade in with blue. This is going to look really, really nice. Check out their brand new line of paints at Second Chance Redlines. It's a really good product, and I'm excited to use it. I get all the hard to reach areas first, up in the fender wells, etc. So, you know, you don't see any blotchy marks when you're picking up the car and looking at it and inspecting it. But this way here, the paint job looks that much more complete. Now that I got the underside, I'm going to go ahead and paint it back approximately 2/3, maybe a little bit more, of the aqua. That's one of my favorite colors. And with this particular body, with the chrome plating or the Zamak plating, whatever it is you want to call it, these paints look really good. There was no polishing necessary, etc. And the metallic shimmer underneath shines through that Retro Flame paint, and it makes it look extremely good. Now we got the front end done. and the 2/3 pass, we're going to go ahead and blend in the Retro Flame Blue. Now here in this airbrush, this is my Pache Talon. I'm going to use the 0.3 needle on here. Man, look at how stunning this looks. Those paints work really well. So check it out at Second Chance Redlines. Look at how nice that blends and fades in. This car is going to look absolutely excellent. Beautiful. Now here's all the parts. Here's the body. That turned out beautiful. I love the color combinations here. Here's the base with those beautiful Samed wheels. I'm going to detail up the taillights also. Here's the interior. Like I said, I cut off the engine. I'm going to replace it with this dual turbo engine. Here's the glass. Let's put it all together and have our reveal. And this is what we started with. An ID Roger Dodger from Hot Wheels. This is the choice from Keith from Outlaw Speed Shop. And this is a fun car. And man, I'll tell you what, if you'd have had this car when you were a teenager in high school or something, this would be absolutely beautiful. And here's what we got to. Look at how stunning that looks. That beautiful retro flame paint from Second Chance Redlines. The aqua blends back into the blue. Those beautiful Samed wheels and that dual turbocharged engine. Man, I'll tell you what, who wouldn't want this car in their collection, or who wouldn't want this car in the in your own driveway and stuff like that for real if you were a kid? This is absolutely fantastic. Don't forget to check out the other builds for the other 4 Horsemen. There will be links in the comments to their channels. And in a few days when we have the recap video, which will be on my channel, but it'll also be on the 4 Horsemen Diecast channel. And we also have the brand new schedule for 2022 coming out very, very soon for those who want to participate in these 4 Horsemen builds. Make sure you send your glamour shot along with your logo if you have one to the 4 Horsemen Diecast at gmail.com. Now make sure it's a good picture, like I said, because people are going to want to see what you did, and having it at a weird angle and stuff just makes it harder for me to edit it for the recap video. And make sure you go to the 4 Horsemen Diecast page and subscribe, because that's where the recap video is going to be posted, along with the brand new schedule for 2022 coming up very, very soon. I'm really excited about that, and it'll give you time to buy your cars. Thanks for joining me today on the 4 Horsemen. My name is Paul, representing Diecast Graveyard. Don't forget to go to 4 Horsemen Diecast YouTube channel, check out the schedule, and see what build is coming next month. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much, and cheers.